My name is Fabrizio Hochschild, and I'm a former Under-Secretary General of the United Nations. This year marks the 80th anniversary of the founding of the organization. I worked for the United Nations for almost half of its history. Whenever I think of our fraught and conflictual times and of the principles that underline the organization to which I dedicated my life, a Chinese saying echoes in my mind. Whatever adversity arises, stay true to the original aspiration and keep the mission firmly in mind. Standing in this place today, 80 years later, I can almost still hear the thunderous applause echoing in my ears. On June 26, 1945, the signing ceremony of the United Nations Charter took place here in San Francisco, USA. 153 delegates from 50 countries were eligible to sign the document. In recognition that China was the first victim of fascist powers, representatives of China were the very first to sign. Witnesses recall that during the 15-minute signing process by the Chinese delegation, the applause that erupted was long and enthusiastic. Among the 8 Chinese representatives present, one elderly figure left a particularly deep impression. His scholarly demeanor and powerful calligraphy captured one of the most iconic moments in the history of the signing. He was Mr. Dong Biwu, the representative of the Communist Party of China, who signed on behalf of the people from the liberated areas. In the past 80 years, the United Nations has grown into a family of 193 member states. Yet the original mission, maintaining international peace and security, promoting development and human rights, has never changed, nor has the role of China, this Eastern power, both 80 years ago and today, which has consistently made important contributions to safeguarding world peace, advancing global development, and upholding multilateralism. China has played a major role in its contribution to the development of international law. China has made generous contributions to development, both through the UN and through South-South cooperation. China has built a prosperous society, lifting close to 800 million people out of absolute poverty, and it has achieved the poverty eradication goal of the UN 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development 10 years ahead of schedule, contributing more than 70% to global poverty reduction efforts. China has honored its obligations under the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change and announced a timetable and roadmap for achieving carbon neutrality. It has contributed like no other nation on Earth to the development of green energy technology. China provides more troops, police officers and military observers to UN peacekeeping missions than any other permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. In my view, it is precisely this reality that makes the vision of building a community with a shared future for humanity even more valuable. It offers hope to our world.